Hey everyone! Thanks for joining me today. Today's topic is hip stretch. So when you're pregnant, especially towards the end, you start having more and more hip pain, and that's thanks in lot to relaxin, the hormone that is helping prepare your body for baby's arrival. And afterwards, when you're postpartum, you often have hip pain because you are spending so much time sedentary, whether it's because of feedings or being nap trapped, or you've been told not to move a lot because of healing. I'm here to give you a good stretch to help you relieve those hips. It's not going to be something that's relieved like that probably unless you are pretty flexible and mobile. As always, if you are close to the end of your pregnancy or if you're newly postpartum, always check with your healthcare provider to see if you are ready to start moving in ways that make you feel better. Don't want to hurt yourself, harm yourself, or have a setback. So today we're going to work on pigeon pose, which can be so helpful for your hips and if you experience things like sciatica. So I will demonstrate it here. You can use a yoga mat if you like. I'm not using one today. It's not super duper necessary, but of course, if you want to, it's a little more cushioning. So I'm going to demonstrate with my right leg. I'm going to turn sideways. So when you are in pigeon pose, you're going to have one leg forward. In that forward leg, your knee is going to be slightly wider than your hip. You're going to angle your shin back and you're going to point your foot like a ballerina. Pointing your foot is going to help ensure that your knee stays strong and stable and therefore safe. And if you are pregnant, you're likely going to stay up at like this, or maybe you can go so far down as this. You want to make sure you're leaving lots of space for baby. You're not getting too squishy. If you are postpartum and you are mobile enough, you can come all the way down and even rest your head. That can be really relaxing and grounding. So it can also be helpful if you're having a stressful day. When you do the pose, you're going to stay in it for at least 5 breaths. I like to stay in it more like 15 breaths, just to allow your body to relax into it, to use your breath to calm yourself while you're in it. Sometimes we store emotion in our hips and you might feel a little panicky if your hips are very tight. That's very normal, so don't feel like you are doing something incorrectly. What often happens is the foot kind of does something like this or something like this. You want to make sure you keep your point like a ballerina so that your knee stays nice and safe, especially if your knees have been feeling a little weird due to pregnancy. You want to keep them as safe as possible so you can enjoy all those walks with baby after baby comes or if baby's already here. So when you finish those 15 breaths, then you're going to switch sides. When you switch sides, feel free to take your time and give your legs a little shake out, and that's going to give you a moment's rest between sides. Or if you want to go right into it, you can always hop right into the other side. And again, try to find a deep breath. Oftentimes when something is tough, if the pose is tough for you, your mind can be going a million miles a minute, thinking of all the things or thinking how much you hate the pose. And try to use your breath to let those thoughts come and go really quickly and just come back into what you're feeling in your body and trying to ground yourself and trying to let go of the discomfort in your hips so that you can create more flexibility and mobility in that area over time. And it's a really good pose to do because our hips get so tight over time, because we don't often go into poses like that unless we're doing it on purpose. So definitely add it into your routine if you're cleared to do so. And I hope that is helpful. You might notice a big difference after doing it for not that long of a time, maybe like a week or something, you might notice a difference. And after maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you might notice a huge difference. So give it a shot. If you want to let me know how it goes, feel free to comment. This was voted on in my group, Mommy Yoga, on Facebook. So if you want to be part of deciding what these tutorials are about, feel free to join my group and vote on the polls that I post. Otherwise, I can't wait to catch you on the next one. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care. Bye for now.